And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. All right, we have iron up and running, and it's actually backed up all the way. We've got, I don't know, what does iron stack to? 100. So 180,000 potential. There's 360, 480,000, something like that, plus all the iron in here. So the whole system is now backed up, and our power is finally kind of turning to normal. Believe it or not, I honestly thought iron was going to be our main crutch. We were going to run out of iron really, really fast. But as it turns out, we ran out of copper first, which is crazy. And we have this tiny little batch of copper right here that I'm trying to mine and smelt as fast as humanly possible, to get us, you know, that much more material, just to try to get the system primed up and happy again. And it's not easy, but yeah, this, as you can see, I've taken out the plastic and the sulfur for now. And I would like, because I wanted this nice area here ready to go. And trees, we don't need. Take all the trees. Oh, where'd my button go? There it is. Yes. Oh, here they're flocking in from far and wide today. Yeah, there were a lot of bots in remote places on this map. So, you know, doing a big setup like this really sort of gets them more localized. Gets them where they need to be. All right, so I'm going to change up. The reason why I deconstructed all of this was we're going to change up how efficient the system actually is. So we first want a nice exit. Well, let's first look at this. What's a good spot for this? I wonder. I wish I could flip this, but I think the rail signals mess with this. Okay, because this is going to be fairly heavily trafficked, and I want to make sure it's, you know, a decent design. Yeah, if we go way over here with it, yeah, let's do that. So, oh. Okay. So I want a lot of these. So we want to curve you around. Very, very large backup area here. I'm going to move this chain signal down over to here. Let's readjust these. Like so. And I may want this one to be a little bit more protected. Although there's no way to block this out. I mean, I could put one here and here. and that would take those out. But this is still going to be blocked. I could do that, and that would eliminate a little bit of shenanigans, but I don't think that's worth the microseconds that it would save. All right, so we are close to the base. We get some bots up and running. All right, so again, we're gonna have this set up, and let's get our minimum space plus a little extra buffer, because we have plenty of space here. Do not need to be so crowded. Get that signal in place. This will be a signal. This will turn that way. All right, and then we want several of these. So before, if you remember, we had a station that was unloading 3 different materials: copper, iron, and plastic. That is horribly inefficient. We do not want to use that again. We want a station for every resource. That is where we're going to get some efficiencies. Okay, so the other thing I would like to do is set up the output. Ooh, you know, I could copy. This is going to be an unload, so we want to copy this. Okay, so this is going to be the unload station. Did I? Let's go to iron here. Oh no, I set that right. Okay, good. All right, so this is going to connect up to a warehouse that's going to be more or less centered on this. And I could remove that and load the warehouse even faster. It might even be wise to do a splitter right there. That way they're both, hopefully, anyway, loading and unloading at the same rate. All right. So this is one station out of several that we need. So if we just kind of count out what we need these for, we'll be able... Okay, so let's say that is copper. Okay. We want a gap of 2 in between the warehouses. And one notch there is actually a gap of 2. Okay, because rail is a 2x2. So there's a gap of 2. So let's see, that's iron. So this is copper. And now we have steel. And let's say plastic. And maybe sulfur. Reds or greens, reds, blues. And then we want lots and lots and lots and lots and lots more. Now, this might seem excessive, but most of our material, when this base is up and running, the vast majority of the material for the mall and for whatever little production we have at the main base, mainly for the mall and the components to build the base, are going to be coming from the resources gathered from all of this. Oh, Lord. There we go. beautiful as it is, we want, believe it or not, a queue for the output. Leave ourselves a little bit of space. Now, to each one of these, each one of these does have a rail signal. Now, periodically, I want these stations to be able to unload a little bit faster. So we're going to put periodic lines in there. That way, we can have trains that are in the process of leaving, go ahead and leave. That will, you know, the closer these are together. Oh, my voice. The closer these are together, the better off we are. But we're going to have a queue to unload efficiently, because we're going to have a lot of trains using this. We want nice long segments in here. So when this leave, they leave gracefully. Okay. Now I could do a roundabout right here, just like I have here. That I don't think that would be more efficient. Roundabouts make sense with traffic, with the small, tiny cars, but for long trains, that is questionable. Okay, so this is going to be main base, and then we're going to label it like that, and then we're going to paste all of those. So they have the right prefix, main base, and then this one will be iron plate, and then we can set the color to bluish. This main base copper plate, and the color on here is actually not bad. Let's give it a little bit of an orangey tinge. Not too much different. It's gonna be main base steel plate, and this is mostly white. Okay. All right, we have ourselves a way to move material. So iron plate and copper plate are big on the list, and we are in need of lots of that. So I'm going to go over here, and we are going to want all of the copper ore delivered here. Oh, my voice is going really, really fast. All right, so that is going to allow me to then come over here, because we have a ton of things in here. Yeah, we need to deconstruct a lot of these, because these are not good. Express mini loaders, you can contribute, please. All right, so this here, we are just going to decompress locally and shove it back into the system, because we have now a way. So we're going to load it here, we're going to unload it there, we're going to load it in there. And that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of copper, for sure. But we have a lot of potential copper smelting over here. I'm just trying. Trying to push this as fast as possible through. And I want to... I think it's coming in right here. I'm pretty sure, yeah. We're going to stop that for a second. I got to remove all this before I forget what everything does. I hope that went right to the right spot. That would suck to have that go to the wrong place. There's some greens. I mean, granted, it's not going to last very long. There we go. Hopefully now we're getting some things down here. There we go. There's some greens. Build me some greens. All right, we can finally add this, add that, and we want to connect when solar panel 8s are less than, let's say, 100. Now that's like 5 million solar panels. 5 million of these. You know, 5.6 million actually. That's a lot of solar panels. All right. How many? You have one. Yeah, it's going to take a while for them to filter down. But the very first one of these is 394 megawatts, which can replace an entire, pretty much an entire nuclear setup. So one of these is replaced by one solar panel. Far more UPS efficient. And I know that people are okay with that because we want Uber production, and you can't get Uber production without a little bit of craziness. Okay, so all of these are ready to go, and we want to get some trains up and running. And how about you? Give me some steel and stuff. Maybe a few gears to go around. So yeah, this is still processing all this copper. Getting down there, slowly. It does 4 at a time. And now we can deconstruct all of those. Tons of things there. So you might have spotted in a previous episode or two, we have this little weird thing up here. You might be asking yourself, what is this? Well, I found that when I want to set up a train system, and when I want to put a bunch of trains in the system for a specific task, it's hard to, place them on these diagonal things and get them so they don't block anything. So this is my train stop area. And what I'm going to do is basically, when I put the trains in, this is a little tiny bit longer than what I need. So somewhere in here is a good spot to load fuel. So when I do place them down, these automatically load the fuel. And yeah, so we're going to do something like that, and then maybe come out here, do one of those, maybe one over here, do that, copy that. So that will load fuel for me. I'm going to dump all the fuel that I have, and then do the request for nuclear fuel. And we're going to do like, how about 50? No, 50 is, that fills this chest up. How about 40? Because they don't stack. So you may be saying, why are you using nuclear fuel? Because I've got a setup for fuel right down here, right here. If we look at the coal that we were using in relation to train powering, okay, where the heck is coal at? I guess I don't have coal as a craftable object, obviously. You'd think it would be in there. If we look, let's just look at coal here. Here. Fuel value, 4 megajoules. Let's clear that. I honestly thought I could view the ores in here. Why can't I view the ores? I mean, I know I can't craft the ores, but at the very least, I thought I could view them. Yeah, weird. Anyway, coal is a very, very basic process, or a very basic thing. And if we look, I probably have to find some coal. Here. No, that's still only telling me 4 megajoules. I was trying to find, if we look at solid fuel, you can see fuel value 12 megajoules, but the vehicle acceleration 120%, vehicle top speed 105%. So solid fuel is better at, you know, giving your train some acceleration as well as some top speeds. So if we go beyond that to the rocket fuel, more complex, now it's 100 megajoules power, 180% acceleration, and 115% top speed. One upgrade later, nuclear fuel, 1.21 gigajoules. Guess where that number came from? 1.21 gigawatts. Vehicle acceleration 250%. Vehicle top speed 115%. It's that acceleration that we're going for. We want acceleration because that really affects the efficiency of trains. If trains take a long time to get running, it hurts us in the long run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little buffer chest here, and we are going to request some Bob's stuff and things. First thing is the fusion reactor Mark 6. I want not 50 of those. How about like 10 of those? Okay. Why is there no checkbox to request from oh no, I need a requester storehouse, not a requester storehouse. I apologize, game. I built you the wrong thing. Request from buffer chest. The other thing I want is that overdrive engine. Because look at that, movement bonus plus 60%. So we're going to grab like 20 of those. And it's going to deliver those up here, and this is going to soak in a lot of material. But when we place a train like so, why is that not fueling? Is it not fueling because it doesn't have a station? There we go. Empty. Let's do ZZ. Empty. And this is going to be just a non thing. Okay. Maybe it. Let's try something. I didn't actually hook up the juice. Yep, there it is. Okay, so these can go. I was expecting them to deliver the fuel. And since they don't stack, it only requires 5 of these, which is why I didn't request, tons of them. And now that our system is empty, I can request from buffer chests, and that should pull from this one down here, which should allow them to make more of them. Anyway, so the other thing we're going to want, so these produce 4.25 megawatts, these consume 400 kilowatts. So you only really need one of these. Put that in there. Okay, and we're going to grab like 6 of these. So each one of these is 400, so 4 times 6, that would be 2.4 megawatts, and this is producing twice that. So it's fine. Then we're going to do the rails. The wagons. Rails, good lord. Now, we want to color this depending on what it's doing. So we want to come over here, and we're going to copy this color by shift right clicking and paste this color. So that is going to be the iron. So we're going to do iron plate load, full cargo, main base, iron plate, empty cargo. We don't need any timers in there because the whole system is built around, we have queues and waiting areas. So with that in mind, we can actually do a whole nother train and paste that, and it all pastes. This is why I wanted this giant setup here. I can paste and put down 8 trains at a time, all with the same thing, and that is going to help us big time. Load those. I wish there was a way to do that automatically. If anybody knows of a way that I can distribute that automatically, let me know, because that would be nice. Okay, so these, I can just look how fast they whoosh. They are incredibly fast. And this one will be able to load on another one because these are all named the same. It doesn't matter where they go. They'll be there. They'll get where they need to go. And so this guy is going to come in here and load up right in here, while the other one will wait, but he won't have to wait long. See? All that acceleration is crazy. Now, with this system, with these trains, you can easily get pulverized by a train. You can get splattered by a train so easily. And so be very, very careful when you cross tracks. You really want to make sure that you do not get plastered on the tracks. Okay, so the other thing I want to fix really quick is my components for oil. Oh man, it would be so much easier to do it like this. I'm doing this. I'm leaving gaps in here because I like to be able to peek at a belt junction and see, like, if it's empty, if it's full, like what to expect. Okay, so let's go back up in here now that we are delivering that stuff. That should appear here any moment. There they are. They'll pop out here. Okay, so this, I can clear this. This is empty. That was a temporary system anyway. This is my sulfur. This is my plastic. All right. We should be very fast approach. Yeah, those are full. So these are just going to sit here and park here. And this one will be parked here, ready to take its place. And depending on how busy the system is, you are going to want maybe more than one delivering or unloading individual pieces. So just be wary of that. Okay, so how are we doing on steel? We are doing gangbusters on steel. We are full all the way down the line, even though we don't really have this maxed out yet. All right, so copper is next, and I have that way up here. And lo and behold, we have a little bit of a copper vein we can tap into. So basically, we're going to try to replicate a lot of this system for copper. And it's going to be a huge, enormous system because we go through an obscene amount of copper when the uberness hits. When the uberness hits, it's going to be crazy. But that's going to have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.